Today we'll be bringing you a video on 12 awesome Star Wars facts that you may never have known before. I am joined here with Joe again.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Slightly different video. Saying that, we'll get into the first fact.
The first fact we'll be telling you guys today is, if you put all the Clone Wars episodes runtime and combine it together, it's actually 66 hours. Could this be possibly foreshadowing Order 66? It's quite a big thing to be a coincidence, I think.
Nice little touch by Dave Filoni, who is the GOAT.
He is absolutely the GOAT.
And on to the next fact. So depending on which Star Wars movie you watch, Yoda has a different number of toes. So in The Phantom Menace, episode 1, he has 3 toes on each foot. But in the other ones he appears in Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and Revenge of the Sith, he has 4. Where did this mystery toe develop? How did it happen?
He grew it.
Yeah. Just like a lizard, just grew up.
For the third fact we've got, the original Return of the Jedi actually saw Luke Skywalker turn evil. I was reading into this one a bit, and it's quite interesting, but in the original script, Luke Skywalker was meant to pick up Darth Vader's helmet, place it on his face and say, "I am the new Darth Vader now."
Well, that would have been very different. That would have shaped the stories and movies we know and love very different.
Yeah, I was extremely surprised when I read that one. I was like, wow, really?
Yeah. Number 4. No physical suit of armor was ever built for the clone troopers in prequels. Because every single one of them, and I don't know how much work this must have taken, but every single one of those clone trooper suits was computer animated. That has ruined my childhood. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, I know. I always dreamed of owning one of those.
yeah, I've still got one in the garage. You can put it on. It says it says commands and stuff.
That's really cool. I think I remember that one. I think I remember you getting that.
Yeah.
That's got to be every kid's dream, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But on that note, I think we should move on to the next quote. On number 5, the next fact is, the first Star Wars film almost caused an actual war. Now this one might be a bit surprising, but when I was reading through, it was about how when Tatooine was filmed in Tunisia, it was perfectly on the border. Now, at the time, Libya was ruled by the dictator Colonel Gaddafi, and Colonel Gaddafi sent multiple threats to the Tunisian government, warning that a conflict was inevitable if they didn't remove a military vehicle from the Libyan border. What they didn't know was the military vehicle in question was actually a Jawa sandcrawler. Of course, Lucas did comply and moved the sandcrawler further away from the Libyan border.
Star Wars going into Earth Wars.
Can you imagine that?
Work, but we move. That would have been mad. Fact number 6. Qui Gon Jin, played by Liam Neeson. What a character, I must add. In The Phantom Menace, episode 1, the personal communicator he uses to warn Obi-Wan to get back to the ship and depart Darth Maul, and he uses it for other stuff. But it's actually made from a resin cast of a Gillette razor. That's a nice little thing, bringing something from the real world into the Star Wars world.
Shows that every one of us can be a Jedi, eh?
Yeah, we can only hope.
We're learning. We're still learning. For the 7th fact, this one I think is probably one of the coolest on this list, but there's actually a small South Pacific island that accepts Star Wars coins as legal tender. Now I believe it's called Nui or Nui, something like that. It's
if you're watching it from there, I mean, you're probably not, let's be honest, but we apologise for butchering them.
Yeah, we're struggling quite a bit, but yeah, there's a small South Pacific island that accepts Star Wars coins as a legal tender, and I think that is reason enough for me and Joe to travel there soon.
Yeah, guess we know where we're going on our next holiday.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, if in 10 years when we get out of
Yeah, after COVID 67's been beaten.
Yeah. Okay, the next one, which I thought was surely not real, but I did some reading into it, and it actually is true. That was created by combining the bellow of an elephant with the sound of a car driving on wet pavement. Now, I bet not many of you knew that. That is for sure.
You see,
Which
I
is
made Joe
interesting,
fact check that because I didn't believe it when he first told me.
but it's true. Well, at least I'm told it's true.
Well, I believe that we've got good enough word to go off. Joe's a very trustworthy individual. For fact number 9, are we on? Yeah, 9. The Millennium Falcon actually makes a cameo appearance in Revenge of the Sith. It lands on one of the Coruscant landing bays in one of these shots as they're panning out across the city of Coruscant.
Wow, that means I'm gonna have to rewatch that now. Oh,
Oh, what a shame. Oh, having to rewatch
um,
the film.
so in the original trilogy, Jabba the Hutt was meant to be furry and not the slimy, disgusting fatso we know and probably don't love. Safe to say.
I can
But
definitely agree
yes,
with you on that one.
provided a bit of entertainment, I suppose.
Most satisfying
But
thing was watching him get choked out.
yeah, that was a good moment.
That would have been a very interesting take on the villain, I think.
So,
Fact number 11. When Anakin fights the Tusken Raiders in Attack of the Clones, Qui Gon Jinn's Force Ghost is actually in the background, and it can be heard trying
oh,
to stop Anakin from letting his fury take over. Now, this one was quite surprising because I have watched that film multiple times and I've never heard that. However, when I went back and looked at a quick scene of that and I saw some of the quote lines from it, it is actually true. I think this is a nice bit of flavour to show that if you have seen Phantom Menace, of course, Qui-Gon is adamant that he can teach him, he can train him. I think this is a last-ditch attempt from beyond the grave to maybe try and nudge Anakin back onto the right path.
yeah, because you can sort of see him tilting the balance. But obviously, this is before we see like the Clone Wars Anakin. So when Qui Gon, his ghost form met Obi Wan. So these sort of details make the story so much better.
They do. They make it even more fascinating to an already incredible
Yeah.
storyline.
Right. Last fact. And you might know this, or you might not. But Daniel Craig, who's obviously famous for his uh, role as James Bond, had a cameo in The Force Awakens as a stormtrooper, or I don't know what they. It's stormtrooper, right? In The Force Awakens,
Yes, it was a stormtrooper. Yeah,
because they're too lazy to think of something else. But
yeah, just copying
you
the
already knew
original trilogy again.
that. You already knew they were too lazy. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Um, tell us how many you knew down in the comments. Um, I reckon if you know more than half, you're a diehard fan, and no one could tell you otherwise. That is for sure. Um, anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys.